Hey babe, I just tried calling, but your phone went straight to voicemail, so I'm guessing it's dead or you're busy or something. Anyway, if you get this message, I just wanted to let you know that I finished work early today. My boss overstaffed the place, so I said I'd go home to even out the numbers. So I'm heading home, and I guess I'll see you when I get there, or if you're out, I'll see you when you get there. Oh, also, because we've got like the whole day, maybe we can go out and do something, just the two of us. It's been a while since we've just been spontaneous and done something fun. I was thinking maybe we could head to the beach, maybe take a picnic with us or something. Well, let me know once you've read this message. I love you, and I'll see you soon.
Derek, how dare you do that? Do you even understand how rude you just were? Derek?
Derek, man, I'm so sorry you had to find out like that. I swear, I never wanted you to get hurt or nothing, man. You didn't want me to get hurt? Well, then maybe you shouldn't have slept with my wife. Look, it's not like I planned for this to happen. I especially didn't think you'd barge in on us, like you did, which was extremely rude and awkward, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. Next time I'll knock and let you know that I'll wait for you downstairs, shall I? Maybe I'll even bring a bottle of wine or something so we can all have a big laugh about it, yeah? Jeez, there's no reason for you to be so sarcastic. I'm not trying to be rude to you, am I? Mate, with all intended offense, just get lost. I think I'm allowed to feel angry and upset at the fact that I just discovered my wife cheating on me with who I thought was my best friend. Okay, yeah, I get that, but come on, it's not like you were the best husband, were you? What do you mean by that? Well, I told me all about how you would never buy her the things she wanted or take her to the places she wanted to go. It was kind of selfish of you, don't you think? Plus, you would, never be spontaneous or romantic for her. A life like that can get kind of boring. Wow, okay. Not that I have to explain anything to the likes of you, but I did buy Violet, or Vi, as you apparently like to call her, lots of things that she wanted. I also took her to lots of places on days out and weekend getaways and the like. The things that she's on about to you, the items and the vacations she wants, are all massively expensive. Brands like Louis Vuitton or Gucci, and holidays to the Seychelles and places like Dubai or Bora Bora. That's what she's on about when she's complaining to you. And if I could get her those things and take her to those places, I would in a heartbeat. However, in case you haven't noticed, I'm not exactly rolling in money, am I? I simply can't afford to do that. As for it being spontaneous and romantic, I'm always asking her if she'd like to go away for little mini breaks, and I'm always buying her little gifts like flowers or chocolates or stuff like that. Yeah, but that's not really what she wants. Maybe if you actually try to do something with your life and instead of working a simple, low-paying 9-to-5 job, you'd actually be able to keep your wife loyal. Instead, she's had to go and find someone who will actually treat her right. Oh, it worked out for me, so thanks for that. Really, you're a builder, Joe, not a millionaire playboy. Don't make more than you, though, which is all that matters, as it keeps Vi happy. You know what? I'm done talking to you. I can't believe I ever thought you were my friend. I never want to hear from you again. Got it? Don't you think that's a bit childish? I mean, really. You're gonna call me mean and go cry to mommy next? Nah, I'm just gonna block you. Huh? Oh, wow. Real mature, Derek.
Derek, stop ignoring me and answer.
What, Violet? Can't you understand that I don't want to talk to you right now, not after what you've done?
Well, ignoring it isn't going to make this whole situation go away. I just can't believe you were so rude to me and Joseph, though.
What?
Well, just barging in on us like that? And then you went and threw Joseph out of the house with just his boxers on. I mean, that was an incredibly horrible thing to do. You don't just do that to people.
Violet, I had every right to do that. You were both going behind my back in the worst way possible. You're my wife. How could you just do that to me?
Well, I mean, is it really that difficult to understand why?
What do you mean?
Ugh, fine. I'll spell it out for you. You were just so incredibly boring and dull. And that would be okay if you had money, because then I could go off and entertain myself by going shopping or having spa days or whatever, but you're not even rich. I mean, honestly, what kind of idiotic woman would actually want to stay with a penniless, boring loser who can't even afford to buy his wife a diamond necklace, just to show that he loves her? You really should have seen this coming.
If you hate me so much, why'd you bother agreeing to marry me in the first place?
Well, I thought that maybe you would rise in the ranks of your job to a high-paying position. Then I could have had the lifestyle that I want.
So, you were literally only with me for the money?
Yeah, pretty much.
You are seriously unbelievable. After everything I've done for you, I gave up the chance to go traveling and have an actual adventure simply because you said it would be better to get a job so that we could get a house and settle down. You knew that it was my dream to do that, to see the world. I even asked you to come with me. How's that for spontaneity? If I'd known that you were only bothered in being with me to earn money for you to spend, I'd have gone traveling in a heartbeat.
And if I had known that you would just remain a lowly, underpaid loser, I wouldn't have bothered wasting my time being with you. Joseph at least has a high-paying job. I'll be able to afford a nice, comfortable life with him.
Oh yeah? So, is this you saying you're officially leaving me then?
Well, duh. I'm not going to be staying with you now that you know everything, am I?
No, you definitely aren't.
Precisely. Anyway, I'm not just leaving you. I'm divorcing you.
Well, at least we can both agree that we want that to happen as soon as possible.
Uh-huh. Oh, but just so you know, I'm keeping the house.
I don't think you are.
It's my house.
Actually, I'm the one who's been paying the mortgage and all the bills, so it's actually mine.
I don't think so. The courts will definitely side with me on this one. You know, being the woman and all. They won't throw me out into the streets. Especially because I have no job. They'll let me keep the house whilst you continue to pay for it. LOL.
You really think they'll do that?
Yep. My friend Charlotte did the exact same thing as me and she got to keep her husband's house. He's still paying for it now and she gets alimony off of him. It's like the perfect way to have a luxurious lifestyle without having to lift a finger.
You're a horrible woman and I can't believe I didn't see it before. All those years, trying to please you and make you happy, and you couldn't have cared less about me.
Pretty much. Let's face it, you're not the brightest crayon in the pack, are you? I've been cheating on you with Joe for at least 4 months now, and you didn't even notice. It's kind of sad, really.
4 months?
Anyway, I'm going to go now. Just thought I'd let you know that I've locked you out of the house, so don't even bother trying to get back in.
At least let me get some clothes and some of my things.
Tough luck. You're not stepping another foot in my house ever again. I'll put your things on the sidewalk at some point. If you want them, you better be quick to get them.
Violet, don't be so horrible. You've already cheated on me. Isn't that enough? Do you really have to go so far as to be so cruel in regards to my things?
In all honesty, it's just funny to me to see what a pitiful loser you are.
Whatever. I'll be by later to get my things. If you don't let me in, I'll call the house and claim that you're trespassing and squatting in my home.
Ugh, fine. You can get some clothes. You always have to ruin my fun, don't you? It's just one of the reasons why I cheated on you.
Well, thanks for letting me know. Real helpful feedback. Look, just leave me alone, okay? I'm upset and I just really don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to end up saying something that I don't mean.
Geez, even when you've been cheated on, you're boring. Won't fight back or argue or anything. It's pathetic.
Whatever, I'm going. I'll be by to pick up some of my things in a bit. Seriously, Violet? I'm gone for like a week and you moved Joseph into my house? That's not your house to decide to do that. It's my house, so I get to decide who lives in it and who doesn't. I let you have it for now so that you can sort yourself somewhere new to live, despite everything you've done to me. I'm still a gentleman and I wanted to give you a chance to find a new home. But instead, you've decided to move the very person you cheated on me with into my home?
I've already told you, when our divorce goes to court, I'll be granted pretty much everything that you own, including the house. So it's basically my house now anyway, LOL. That means I can invite whoever I want to live with me in it, and you can't say anything about it.
On paper, that house is mine. I've been patient enough with you. I want you to get all your things and Joseph can get all of his, and I want you both out by tomorrow evening.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. This is my home and I'm staying right here. It's the least that I'm owed for marrying you. I had hoped that by now you'd have been a rich and successful man who I could have had at least half the money off of. But you're not. So a house is what I'll have to settle for.
Well, you won't be getting if I have anything to say about it. I mean, you haven't met my lawyer, have you?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. You'll find out soon. See you in court.
When I see you there, you'll be blubbering like a baby when the judge gives me everything you own. I'll make sure to bring my camera so I can remember the occasion.
Funny, I was about to say the same thing to you.
Oh, please. You're just all talk. You won't actually do anything to me because you simply don't have the courage to do so. You'll just moan and whine, but ultimately, I'll win. Because I'm smarter and better than you in every way. I'll even lie if I have to. You know I can fake cry, so I'll just use that and make you look like the bad person. Then when I've won the house, I'll use the money I've won from you as well to completely renovate it to how me and Joseph would like it. How funny will that be? LOL.
Yeah, keep dreaming. It's not gonna happen.
We'll see. Though for now, it looks like you'll have to go back home to mommy and daddy. LOL.
Well, they're much nicer and kinder than you've ever been, so I don't really see how that's a loss for me.
What was that?
What was what?
That, in the court. You never told me that your lawyer was my ex-boyfriend.
Oh, it must have slipped my mind. Whoops.
Whoops. How come I never knew? Since when did Adam become a lawyer? I never would have broken up with him had I known he was actually going to become one and earn lots of money. Now he thinks I'm just a horrible, gold-digging woman who only goes after men with money so that I can take it for myself.
But that's what you are.
I am not.
You tried to take everything I owned simply because you could. To try and make my life miserable because you thought it would be funny? I think that qualifies you as a horrible gold-digging woman. Good job you didn't get a single dollar of my stuff, though. Bet you didn't see that coming.
That's another thing. It's not fair. I don't care what the court says. You owe me at least half of your things and the house. I lived in that house with you as your wife, so I just legally get half of it.
You can't legally have a house. What? Would you stay upstairs and I'd stay downstairs? Somehow, I don't think that would work.
You know what I mean. You should sell the house and give half of the money to me.
Not likely. Did you know that Adam is one of the best lawyers in the city? When I first asked him to help me out, the price he gave me was way too high. I was gonna have to find a different lawyer, more in my price range, but when he learned who I was divorcing, well, he halved his price just so he could help me out. Funny how you've brought two people together, isn't it?
But why would he do that?
Well, apparently, I'm not the only guy you've tried to extort money from. Adam said that you also expected money off of him. At the time, he was only a first year in college, so he didn't really know what to do. You told him you had photos of him that he wouldn't want getting out into the public, and that if he didn't give you his car, he would soon be kicked out of college because of them. Funnily enough, when you do that to someone, they often want to get a little bit of payback, and helping me was his. He was determined not to give you $1 of my money or any of my things, and thanks to you and your boyfriend being so honest in our conversations about how you've been going behind my back for quite a while, we were able to make a pretty solid case. So, thank you very much for that.
Oh, get lost. It's not fair. I never thought you'd be able to use those conversations in court. I thought that they would just have to go on testimonials.
Well, then maybe you should have done a bit of research beforehand, yeah? Anyway, according to the judge, you have 24 hours to get your stuff and get out of my house. The both of you, and if it isn't left in the state that I left it in, meaning not messy or destroyed or anything like that, I'm allowed to call the police for destruction of property and whatnot. So if you want to make a mess, just remember, everyone knows who was in that house before I moved back in, and they can fine you a lot of money to pay for the repairs.
They can't do that.
Actually, they can.
I can't believe you've done this to me. It's not fair.
Well, I'm afraid that's life. Anyway, I'm gonna go and celebrate my win. Not only did I not have to pay you a single dollar, but I no longer have to stay married to such a horrible woman.
But now that I've lost this divorce, Joseph said that he doesn't want to be with me anymore. He said that he's worried I'll try and do the same thing to him.
Well then, looks like he's got a few wits about him. I wouldn't have put it past you to do that.
Well, I've got nowhere to go, so maybe we can just give our relationship another go? I mean, I could stay at home and we could go to a couples therapy thing.
No way. I'm really not fussed what you do now, but it for sure won't be staying with me. You show me your true colors, and I'm not about to put myself back in that horrible situation. I'm done with you. For good.
No, you can't do that. Only I can decide if our relationship is over, not you.
Well, tough. I've decided that you and I are done. I don't want anything to do with you from this point on. Goodbye, Violet. I hope you have a good life, but it won't be involving me. After that, I blocked Violet from all of my social media apps. I didn't want to hear from her ever again. I was able to move back into my house, which was left in the exact same condition that I left it in. It's been difficult getting used to being on my own again, but I'm slowly getting back to normal. I'm not ready to start dating again, as what Violet did to me left a big mark. But I'm happy focusing on me for the time being and making myself happy. As for Violet, last I heard, she tried scamming another man by marrying him and then trying to take all of his money. But from what I know, it backfired and she ended up having to pay him. Sometimes karma really is the best revenge. Hey, congratulations, bro. About time you popped the question, eh? Although, I'm surprised Daisy said yes. Are you sure she agreed to marry you and you're not just making it up? Oh, haha, very funny. I guess you heard about my engagement then? Yeah, well, I was over at Mom and Dad's this weekend, helping in the garden, and they told me about it. I'm really happy for you, bro. It's great that you're settling down, and Daisy is a really great girl. Beth was just telling me the other day about how her and Daisy were out, and Daisy spotted an injured bird, so she decided to take it home and look after it until it was better. Although you probably know that, considering you live together. Yeah, I know about the bird. I was there when she brought it back. In fact, she won't leave the damn thing alone. Waste of time and money if you ask me. What do you mean? Well, I mean, it's just a bird. She shouldn't be spending so much time on it. Plus, when I marry her, all of her money will become mine, and I don't want to waste it on a stupid animal. I want to be able to use every penny of that money. But Daisy's great as well, right? She's sweet, funny, and really kind. It's not just her money you're interested in, right? Oh, she's not as fun as some other women. All those other girls at the club and stuff, they really know how to have a good time. But she's got a fair bit of money, so I guess it's okay. Huh? Is her money seriously all you want? Jeez, you've always been a bit of a sap, haven't you? Money is really only the most important thing. I mean, it's not bad that Daisy's good looking, but I'd probably marry her even if she was ugly. With how much money she has, I'd be stupid not to marry her. It really isn't, Ben. There's so much more to someone than whether they have money or not. Daisy's a really kind-hearted woman, and she deserves a good husband who loves her. Are you gonna be that for her? Yeah, whatever. I mean it, Ben. She's a nice girl, and I like her. She's a good friend, so please don't marry her under false pretenses. Okay, I get it. I won't marry her just for her money. There are other good things about her, too. Okay, well, that's good to know. I guess I'll see you at the wedding then? Is it okay if I bring Beth along? When Daisy told her you proposed, she was so excited. Oh, yeah, I don't see why not. Awesome. Oh, I'm saying all of this. Have you even set a date yet? No, not yet. We're looking at a winter wedding, though. Daisy loves the snow, so that's what she wants. I don't really care, to be honest. The sooner the better. Yeah, I know what you mean. Just can't wait to be married, can you? Yeah. Well, if you need any help with anything, then don't be afraid to ask me. As your bro, I'm there for you through this hard time, especially if Daisy turns into a little bit of a bridezilla. Yeah, thanks, dude. No problem. Anyway, I've got stuff to do, so I'm gonna go. See you later. Sure, see you later, and congratulations again. I'm so happy for you. Hey, Beth, do you have a second to talk?
Oh, hey, Ben. Yeah, I guess so. Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's just Daisy mentioned something. She said that you recently lost your job.
Oh, that. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to leave the job due to moving. The company just didn't have a position close to where I've gone, so I had to leave it. I'm currently looking for somewhere else to work, but I've got enough money to support me for a little while.
I see, but you still don't actually have a job, though.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about? With the wedding, maybe? I know Daisy is incredibly excited. She can hardly talk about anything else, lol.
No, there's nothing else.
Oh, okay. Well, just let me know if you need anything else.
Hey bro, you about? Yeah, what's up? I was just wondering if you had sent out the wedding invitations yet? I know the wedding isn't too far away, and I haven't received mine yet, and neither has Beth. Oh, yeah, about that. Neither of you are coming to the wedding. Huh? I'm kicking you both out. What? What on earth are you on about? You're joking, right? There is no way that you'd actually kick your own brother out of your wedding? And you're friends since high school? This has got to be a bad joke. It's not a joke. I don't want either of you there. But why not? It's simple, really. You're both too poor to come to it. Plus, it's kind of weird how much you seem to like Daisy. I don't really feel comfortable with you around her, especially at her wedding. Hang on, you don't want me at your wedding because you think that, what, I'm gonna steal Daisy from you? That I'm gonna make some big declaration when the vicar asks if there's anyone who objects to the marriage? Well, you never know. Dude, I'm your brother. I would never do that to you. Look, at the end of the day, I simply don't want you at my wedding, whether it's because you're poor or because you might ruin everything. I don't think it really matters, do you? You're not going, and that's final. I'm the groom, so I get to decide who comes to my own wedding. And poor nobodies don't make the list, so that means both you and Beth are out. What the hell? What has brought all this on? You weren't like this when you first met Daisy. Why are you so obsessed over her money now? Because it's my #1 way of getting ahead in life. I don't want to be stuck being poor, overworked, and downtrodden my entire life. I want to have fun, and the only way to do that is through having money, which Daisy has in spades. Jeez, so you didn't listen to a thing I said, and All you care about with Daisy is her money, huh? Well, yeah. There was no need to humiliate Beth the way you did, though. Asking her all those questions about her job and money and stuff, that's really not any of your business. I can't have poor people at my wedding, so yeah, it is my business. And a failed artist is one of the worst people to have. Do you know how many people would laugh at me for knowing someone like that? I'm not gonna let that happen to me. God, you're such a snob. I can't believe you're acting like this. Well, whether you believe it or not, you're still not invited to my wedding. Fine, I see. Well then, I guess I'm not going to your wedding as your guest then, huh? Nope, definitely not. Anyways, I've gotta go. Me and their guys are going out for my bachelor party. We're definitely gonna get wild. I'm talking booze, girls, and a lot of bad behavior. It's my last night of being a free man, so I'm gonna make the most of it whilst I can. Oh, so you're gonna cheat on Daisy as well whilst you're at it? It's not cheating. It's my bachelor party. Every guy does it on their last night of freedom. I'm not doing anything wrong. Yes, you are. Well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her, right? Now, see you later, Damien. I'm gonna go and have some fun. Damien, why did you do that? You just ruined my wedding. Daisy's just walked out on me. Everyone is judging me. I can't believe you and Beth would do something like that. Well, you gave me the idea, to be honest. What? Yeah, when you said that I would be objecting when the vicar asked, I just simply couldn't pass up the opportunity. You ruined my life. All so that you could be a bit dramatic? It wasn't so that I could be dramatic. I did it so that Daisy wouldn't have to marry someone who was lying to her about how they felt. So that she didn't get stuck with a horrible, money-grabbing idiot and take every last penny of hers should she ever want to divorce him. She deserves someone way better than you. So if I can help her out, then I am more than happy to do so. But you told her everything. You told her all about how I wanted her money. You made it seem like I didn't care about her at all. And it doesn't help that Beth showed a slideshow of what happened at my bachelor party. How did she even get those photos anyway? I didn't put any on any social media site. Well, no you didn't, but your friends did. What? Yeah, Jonathan put up a bunch on his Instagram, and Greg put some up on his Facebook as well, and they didn't hold back. They both posted all the photos they took, including the ones where you're doing things that no decent husband-to-be should be doing. It's really quite horrible of you, to be honest, to have acted like that behind Daisy's back. Well, if it wasn't for you, she never would have known. She would never have found out, and she would never have left me at the altar. Instead, after you showed her everything, she left, just walked out of the church without looking back. Now I've got a church full of angry and confused people. All Daisy's rich friends and family are leaving, but not before they tell me exactly what they think of me, which is usually about me being a low-life, horrible man. This is the exact opposite of what I wanted to happen. Well, tough. You don't get to manipulate people and lie to them just for your own selfish gain. I won't let you do that. You're supposed to be my brother, my family. A good brother wouldn't do this to his own sibling. A good person would look out for other good and kind people, even if it means having to make a hard decision and doing something that could hurt their own family. God, you're such a goody two-shoes. I'm a nice person. Something you need to learn how to become if you ever want to find a nice woman to marry again. Lord knows Daisy won't be giving you any second chances. Yeah, and whose fault is that? Say what you want, but I know that I did the right thing. I swear, you're not my brother. After the stunt you just pulled, I have no brother anymore. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'll always consider you my brother. If you decide that you want to talk, I'll always be around to listen, even if I'm angry at you. Whatever, just get lost. I never want to see or hear from you ever again. Goodbye then, Ben. I hope your life gets better and that you improve your personality so that it doesn't lead you to more heartbreak. Whilst I did feel slightly guilty for ruining my brother's wedding, Daisy simply deserved to know the truth behind their marriage. Otherwise, she would have just been miserable, trapped in a loveless marriage. After the embarrassment of being left at the altar, Ben never heard from Daisy again. Although her friends and family certainly had a lot to say, they wrote Ben off as a gold digger, which meant that all the other rich women in the area knew what he was like and knew to steer well clear of him. This, of course, angered him even more, but if he's gonna act so awful, then maybe he deserves to be knocked down a peg or two. As for me, I'm happy living my life. I even started talking to Daisy after she messaged me to thank me for stopping the marriage. We're good friends now, and there might even be a little spark between us. But I'll just have to wait and see. Until next time, though, wish me luck.